Conference tournament play begins this week in college basketball. The UNO women hoping to earn their first ever NCAA tournament bid with the help of one senior who's coming off possibly her most emotional game in America. For the past 5 years, Elena Pilakouta has called Omaha home. But the UNO senior's actual hometown is 6,251 miles away in Nicosia, Cyprus.
It's in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, close to Turkey and Greece.
Pilakouta played for the Cyprus national team growing up and is a 2-time Player of the Year in her home country. But when Omaha offered her the opportunity to come play in America, the 6'3" center jumped at the chance.
The basket by number 5, Elena Pilakouta.
Now looking back to it, I was like, oh my God, that was so crazy. I didn't even come here to see what this is about. I've never heard of Nebraska before. The American culture was a huge shock to me. I mean, obviously I was expecting it to be different, but I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was going to be hard, but definitely that first year, it was harder than I was expecting, especially around holidays that you're supposed to be with your family, but I wasn't. But I was lucky enough to go through this journey with other international players. My teammates are my family, and they're always more than happy to have me with their families.
Pilakouta's parents prefer following their daughter's games during the weekends when the start times are at night in Cyprus, as opposed to the weeknight contests when the 8-hour time difference takes its toll.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and of course we wake up every time and we follow the game.
I hated going to practice. I used to cry every day before practice, but I'm glad my parents made me keep going.
Elena's parents had never seen their daughter play in person in the U.S. or even set foot on American soil. That is until last week, when they surprised her at the beginning of practice a few days before Senior Day.
I was not expecting it at all. I saw some blue jacket and I turned around and it was my parents, and I was like, I think the first thing I told them was like, how did you get here? My dad was like, we flew here. My mom is scared of airplanes, so I was not expecting her to get on that 10-hour flight to come here.
Keeping a surprise from Elena is like a tall task because she's very observant. She likes to know every single thing that's going on, and I was so thankful when they got here because I was like, finally I can feel like I'm not lying to you anymore. Such a special moment just because Elena has, meant so much to our program. She takes care of people. She's got kind of that motherly role.
In her final home game for the Mavs, Pilakouta poured in a team-high 18 points in UNO's 83-73 win.
Just such a sweet person to be around. All of that is going to be tremendously missed by myself in this program.
We are very proud for her. We are happy because she was her dream to come in USA to play basketball.
It's crazy special. I feel very loved and supported by everyone here at UNO. Now looking back to it, I guess I made the right decision and I'm still here 5 years later.
Pilakouta hopes to play professionally in Europe next season after her college career.